My name is Yvonne Johnson. I've lived in Brookland Manor since 1980. I'm Vice President of the Brookland Manor Tenant Association. We're fighting for the families that live in Brookland Manor. We're fighting for seniors who have to take care of their grandchildren because the courts have asked them to. And many of them need homes for these children. They need 4 bedrooms, they need 5 bedrooms. And we're asking Miss City to give them what they need. Many seniors don't want to live in senior citizens buildings. We live with our families and we're happy with our families. It's all about money. And when they decide to say to them, we will give you so much money if you will remove certain groups of people from properties, that's what it's all about. And taking the poor, taking the low-income people so they can't be seen anymore. We've had many meetings with them. The zoning commission knows that the people have asked them to see to it that these children have a place to live. We've had children speak to the zoning commission and ask them to keep them in their homes. We've had a psychiatrist from Children's Hospital, and he told them what is going to happen to these children when you don't give them a place to live. And the zoning commission decided to go with what Miss City wanted. I worked in the school system 28 years and went out on disability. Many of our schools now, they won't even teach the history of Washington, D.C. They won't teach our children their Black history. So many of them don't know how important they are. And they've gotten to the point now where the children feel we don't count. Once we can get our young people to say, yes, I can stand up, yes, I can fight. Once we can get them there, then we will have a very strong group of people to do the work that, as seniors, we're doing now. How are these other folks going to live with these high debts of student loans? I don't know, because these young people have loans, $100,000, $200,000 loans. How are they going to pay them all and then have a place to live? Many of them are living with their parents. Some of them are in crowded apartments, and they're trying to survive. They're actually trying to survive. I've talked to many young students, and they don't know what to do, and they become frightened. I was on Connecticut Avenue, and I saw many homeless people, and I watched people walk past them without a greeting, without looking at them. It's like you looked past them, but they were there. And it's easier to look past a situation than to look at a situation. Because what we're looking at is people who would rather make money than to help people. They're destroying the people of this country. This country is being destroyed, and we all know it, and we see it every day. But some people are sitting back and saying, oh no, as long as I can make money. But recently, with the tariffs that's been put on and different things like that, people are losing their farms. They're beginning to lose their farms. And that's the people in the Midwest. We have people who are now, I just saw something in Haiti where the people there are so upset because they raised their gas prices. And they don't, Haiti is one of our poorest countries. And if you raise their gas prices, they can't get what they need to. We see Puerto Rico, how the United States has treated Puerto Rico as if it's not a part of the United States. They don't care about them. And if this is what's happening in this country is going to slowly destroy itself. And they're sitting back and they're letting it happen. And the politicians that we have who are getting all the fun and games out of this, they soon will recognize that their children are not going to do well. When you start destroying the land, you start having people not having the correct foods and things like that, you're destroying your country. The Palestinians have been fighting for so long. This has been an ongoing thing with them. Pain that they're suffering is overwhelming. But then you look at the pain that the children who were brought here from the disadvantaged countries in Central America and how they were taken from their parents. And some of the children, they don't even know where they are. Native American brothers and sisters, when they were taken from their families and put in schools and told that they have to speak a certain language. It happened during slavery when we were brought here, and we were told that we did not know how to speak correctly and that we were worse than any animal. So those are the things that have manifested itself again. And so people of color are now the ones that are suffering because it's the same thing that happened, and it's like history is repeating itself. But as you know, it's when history repeats itself, things change. We know that this is a part of the game, retaliation. And it doesn't matter. We're still gonna fight. And one of the things I think that some of the people who are doing this to us don't understand. We've been there before. So it's not your retaliation against us. We've been there, we've felt that before. And I tell everyone and young people, don't be afraid, because you're still gonna win. And don't be afraid. Oh, you're gonna have to do all the things that we saw Martin Luther King do, Malcolm X. We're gonna have to do all those things and combine it, and then with the young people who are even smarter than we are, because we're older, we need their help, and they can even make it even better. And then even with Martin Luther King, and I know they can because they're smarter. They know how to use the internet and everything else, things that the older ones of us are not quite that good at. But they can do that, and they can spread the word all over the world that this is what's happening to my people.